A great part of the great outdoors, North Country Outdoors Radio.
I got to show you something here. Just coming in, it's, I don't know, a little after 7:30 maybe. Here's my holes. Completely wide open. All, it's my transducer holder, my fishing holes. Now I opened these holes up on Saturday. I drilled them last week someday, but Saturday was the last time I touched an auger to them. These holes are just as big as they were, and they're wide open. This is Wednesday, so that's many days where there's been nothing for any kind of new ice. Whew. All right, first line is down. Many mornings, as soon as you put that first line down, there's a fish waiting to come and bite. Look at the other one going. I haven't changed anything here. Two little tungsten jigs. I've got this eyeball jig, all right? And I am tipping them. Well, they're both behind those blinking light deals. I don't need to bring a minnow bucket full of minnows when I come out, so I bring a few, then you can't catch them with the net. Wednesday, the middle of the week. We were out yesterday morning and there was nobody out here. I think maybe today's about the same thing. Got a good new report for you. Let me get go on here, we'll talk about that. And here comes the second line. One from the southeast this morning. Pretty good. It's not over 10, but it's, you know, blowing, and there's no snow to bank anything with, so it's going to be kind of blowing in on me. I'll show you out the window here. This is what it all looks like. You've got very little snow to use for banking. Makes it sure nice for getting around in the Ranger or an ATV or something. Even a snowmobile, if you've got scratchers on it, it's the way to travel out here these days for sure. It's 7:43. I've been here a couple of minutes is all. As soon as I got the lines down, these fish started showing up. We got one there, and one there. These are all just hovering on my bait. I don't think they're big fish. I didn't turn the camera on at first, but then there just got to be more and more of them. So even these first guys bite or not, knowing that there's some fish around is good. This one's coming back, and that one's coming back. I had a nice fish coming in from this side, and I watched him coming. Oh, he's getting closer, getting closer. There he is. Okay. Come on. When I turned the camera on, he disappeared, but he's coming up. Got him. Got him. Got him. Nice job. Not a big fish, though. It looked a lot bigger coming in. The old sauger, all right. But heck, now it's 7:51. So 8 minutes in, I've got my first fish. Turning the camera off seems to be a real attractor. There's two fish right there, but they'll come up just. As soon as I turn the cameras off, fish comes in from the side. So my first one was a sauger, and this is a little walleye. Get going, buddy. All right, well, while we're waiting here, still got fish here, almost steady there, but they're not big ones yet. But at any minute, one could be. But here's the report. I've got to choose my words very carefully here because misinformation gets going pretty quick. And I want to make sure I give it to you as good as I can. One of the key things to remember is for the last 10 days, there's been zero new ice made. Maybe we haven't lost too much, maybe a little bit, but there's been no new ice made. My holes are open from Saturday still, completely open. and they're still the same size they were. And that tells you a lot right there. Now, with 15 to 17 on the upside, maybe 20 inches of ice. Here comes some nicer fish. Shooting that baby. What? Here he bit. He bit, but he didn't take nothing. If you had a road, we'll go to the ice road, and it was distracted by that fish. And you drove one truck on it, you wouldn't need much ice, all right? But if you're going to run 500 trucks on it, that wears them down in a hurry. So when it's cold and you're making ice, it's no problem. So where there is enough ice, there's not an overabundance. It allows you to drive heavier trucks, big trucks pulling heavier weights, and one would be fine, but 500's a no-go, so you've got to kind of shut it off for everyone. That's why you see some of these road operators driving big plow trucks out and around. They can move snow, and if they're doing it, that's fine, but they couldn't have 500 people out with big plows because the roads just couldn't take it. Next week, it's supposed to cool down. Sometimes people are talking to say it's going to be really cold again. I see 20s for daytime highs, teens and single digits for overnight lows. It might get colder than that, and anything that would help would be welcome. Here at Long Point, they're not letting even pickup half-ton trucks out here anymore until it cools off. I talked with Russ yesterday, and he goes, well, yeah, it's going to cool off next week, and that could change again. So it's important, if you're coming up, to call ahead, call the outfitter the day before, 2 days before, and see what's going on. Over at Swift Ditch, I just talked to those guys this morning, and something about Swift Ditch area. First of all, it's not that heavy of a use area, but they're still driving, I think, everything out over there, pulling fish houses out and everything. There's a couple of outfitters I know that run off a separate road, but the main plowed road for trucks, they say, it looks like people are still going out there. That's that, but that's the only place I know of where it's just wholesale going out of and fishing. So I want to underscore, don't not come fishing. Maybe change the way you do it. I would say, and I think I say this just about every video now, even if you haven't done it before, get an outfitter, rent a fish house for the day, and go do that. If you bring up your own stuff, you're not going to get in. This is a nice one right there. Come on back, buddy. You're not going to get into a better area by trekking off on your own. Everyone's fishing the same spots. All right? That's for sure. Now, Adrian's Road, I think the Wigwam Road, they were out there a ways. They made it out there 5-8 miles out in the lake. Well, I heard yesterday, this is Wednesday, this is Tuesday this week, that they were moving their houses back in again. Not forever, until this warm front passes. Fishing pressure's down. Fishing's good. So that's what's going on in Lake of the Woods, our favorite body of water. I am lucky to be able to come out here every day for at least a couple of hours and check things out and keep track of them for you. Well, this one surprised me. I'm lucky I didn't lose that fish. Okay, here he goes. Thought he might be bigger than this because he was just a little line down there, and suddenly, boom! He came right up and took it. My fourth one this morning, all little. Let me show you this. I've got. Well, I should retie this. This line is getting frayed. I caught a pike the other day on this. These little jigs. All right, there it is. They're very small. They're 8mm size. If you want to go order some online from Northern Lights Tackle, but the barbs are very small. Very small. And I like that because where you're releasing a lot of fish, you don't want to have to be pulling these big barbed hooks out of their heads. Well, this one's making up his mind if he wants to bite. But the other side of the coin on that is that your minnows will sometimes just... There we go. Got him. Well, we're getting closer. This is another walleye. About a 12.5 incher, but and off he goes. Very good. This one's still all right. The little barbs on those Northern Lights tackle. It's a good thing. You just have to watch that. Now, the old trick where you take a little piece of gulp and put the minnow on the hook and put that little piece of gulp behind it to hold it on there, that really comes into play. I haven't done that yet. I don't do it very often because I'm lazy. But if it really bothers me that once in a while that minnow is going to kick off down at the bottom, I could do that and that solves that issue. But I like the fact that the barb is small enough. God, this is really bothering me. If I get a nice fish, he is going to get off. I don't think you'll be able to see this. You afraid on that line there? But I had another rod tied up. All right. No blinking light on this one, but it's a nice new leader, so it ought to be good. Here he comes. Got him. But this is a nice one. I don't know this. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Well, no, I had the walleye that was 12. This one's almost 13. Sauger, okay. I don't know. That looks like a sturgeon to me, but I don't think it would be up that high. It might be a big pike. I shouldn't be doing this. What's he doing? Jeepers creepers. He's turning around. Good. I'm kind of glad he disappeared. Comes in. He's not much, but get bigger and bite. Come on. He's coming right up on it. Oh, there he goes. All right. You might turn around. He was way out. He went 10 feet out, and then you saw him turn. Disappeared into the bottom. Let's see if he comes. Ooh, look at this guy. This is what we're after. Come on, man. Uh-oh. Come on. Got him. I'm thinking it's going to be a pike. See how fast he came in? He is swimming around down there like a crazed man. Whoop, whoop. He just got off. I wonder if he bit me off. No, he did not, but he got away. All right, well, he was pulling. Still around, buddy? Like, I don't need another pike. They call me Mr. Pike anyway. But well, that's fun to watch him come zoom. Let's see that again. Watch the way he zoomed in. He showed up, and as soon as he saw those baits, he just dove on them. Wow. Wow. A while since I had one on. Come on, buddy. What's going on? I hooked on the fillet. I thought it was hooked on the side of the ice. And I might have been. Well, this looks like this is what's in the cards for me here today. Another sauger. Good shape. Off he goes. Okay, well, it's almost 10:05. I'm going to fish for just a few more minutes. I wanted to get this information out to you. This morning I got little ones through here. Mark right next to me had a nice one and a big one on, and I had a big one on. And that's kind of the way the mornings go. Where every day you catch some little ones, all right? You get a shot at a couple of nice ones. And most days you get a shot at something of real substance, and that's just the way it went this morning. I wasn't going to keep anything today anyway. I just wanted to come out and get this report done because there's new information. And people are wondering like crazy what's going on up here. Well, that's what's going on up here, what I told you. And that's going to change next week when it cools down. All right? But for now, for later in the week and the weekend, if you're coming fishing, call ahead. All right, that's kind of the rally cry of the whole thing. 2 rally cries. Remember to keep it clean. Pick up your trash when you get done fishing. Make sure when you leave, the only thing you're leaving behind is the holes in the ice and maybe some banking. And we'd all appreciate that. From Lake of the Woods, I'm Kurt Quinnell, reminding you to follow along on these YouTube videos on the Kurt Quinnell YouTube channel. Click subscribe when you get there. But while you do all that, I'm just saying I'll meet you out here soon somewhere on the ice.